something else that I really wanted to talk about really quick is something that was actually brought to my attention yesterday by my manager. Vlogmas! Ooh, it's chilly today. Oh, it's open? Good. It's an exciting day today because our neighbors, Mike and Ashley Lemieux, just got back to town from Phoenix. I've got lunch on the stovetop right now. I'm making some of that French onion soup that I picked up from Trader Joe's, but I'm able to leave it because not only do they literally live 2 doors down from us.
See if he's actually home.
Yeah, I'll call him.
I don't want to load the truck and then unload it.
I feel ya. That makes sense.
No, it's not gonna rain.
So Mike and Ashley were gone for 3 weeks. So we have been picking up their packages. So they have too many packages though. So we actually have to drive it over to their house, even though they're only 2 doors down. So that's why we're in the truck to literally drive right there. So we'll see if Mike answers. Can you answer, Mike? Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Mike, answer the phone.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
To the automated voice message of Mike Lemieux. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I left my, like I said, soup on the stovetop because I turned off the stove and just covered the lid. Not that you need to know that. Oh, what you guys do need to know though. So the other day on Instagram, Lucy it was when she was setting live her Christmas music video, and I saw her leggings and I was like, where did you get those leggings? So they're amazing. I bought them literally right after she replied. They're Target leggings. So I think they should be on sale right now. So I'll link them down below if they are still on sale. The one thing I will say is they're kind of see-through, but like they're not. Like you can't see my legs, you see the pattern, but I swear like I can see my flesh peeking through the black. But that doesn't bother me because you don't really see my legs, and I wear tops that, or at least right now, and with this pair I always will wear a top that's long enough to cover my butt. But they're so cute. I love the colors, I love the pattern, super comfortable. It's some like collaborative line that a company called Joy did with Target. So yeah, like I said, I'll link them if I can find them down below. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go now. I'm doing a podcast interview in an hour, so if I can remember to pull my phone out then, I'll do it. Right, Dan?
What?
Oh, you were supposed to just be like, yeah, right.
I also realized that they don't have to be home for me to drop these off.
That's true, because they're not gone like long term now.
Yeah.
Time to take the long trek to our neighbor's house. 2 doors down. All right, so there's my French onion soup. I did end up adding in, our stuff's kind of a mess like always, but if you can see my collagen broth over there, or my collagen powder, I did end up adding a scoop of that to this French onion soup at the end while it was finishing up. I also made half of a pretzel bagel with the Kyle cream cheese. You gonna try it? I think you're gonna like it. I mean, it's a little cold now, but I still think it's good. Mm-hmm. Are you just saying that? Do you hate it?
It's delicious.
Is it the best? Is it the best thing you've ever tried, bro?
I can't chew and enjoy it
and then tell me what your reaction is.
And then try to like hold back a smile.
Oh, but you like it?
Yeah.
Stop! I'm loving them. I had one this morning for breakfast.
It's just a little over toasted.
It is a little. I accidentally did that. I get confused on what to set my toaster on based on the item I'm toasting.
I don't think I've ever had that, what is it, vegan cream cheese?
Yeah, Kite Hill.
I've never had it spread across something. We've used it in lasagna, haven't we?
No, we've never used this when we use tofutti, although you're making me remember we should make lasagna soon. We haven't made that in a while. Huh.
And you're saying that stuff's better than tofutti?
Way better than tofutti, in my opinion.
Shoot, maybe we should make it.
The only thing is we're supposed to go to that Christmas party tonight. I mean, we could make it beforehand, eat dinner, and then head over.
No way, homie.
Okay, well, I'm drinking a strawberry Perrier again because they're delicious and I'm obsessed. And then I'm having leftover salad with my homemade vinaigrette that's grossly spilled everywhere right now. Don't mind me. And then I am editing a video for my main channel. This is a healthy junk food video, so I'm just working on that while I eat. What are you eating?
Having a couple tamales to start off with.
The tamales that I picked you up in Trader Joe's.
I really want to keep working outside, but it keeps getting colder and colder.
Yeah, it's freezing, and it's supposed to snow this weekend. We went outside, oh yeah, you guys knew, to drop off the packages to Mike, and then he took an outfit picture for me, and I was literally like, hurry, it's so cold. It's freezing out all of a sudden.
It's 41, but it's
the breeze.
kind of windy. Yeah, so it probably feels like 31.
Yeah, it's cold. So something else that I really wanted to talk about really quick is something that was actually brought to my attention yesterday by my manager. And I do have to preface this by saying that like my personality is to be very skeptical. So I don't know if all of the details that I have researched and heard are completely correct, or if there's a little bit of fake news in there. I don't really know, but I want you to know that I have done my due diligence in terms of like doing the research that I can. And from what I am seeing about what I'm about to tell you, it's really horrific. So basically, my manager forwarded me something last night about a woman, actually 17 women, but it's specifically one woman in El Salvador. Well, in El Salvador, abortion is illegal, punishable, I think by death, like you can be imprisoned. And also, let me just pause right there and say, before anybody gets confused, I am a pro-life person, so I just wanted to clarify that before we get into that, and that's kind of part of what I meant about doing my research. But basically, to my understanding, this is what happened. Abortion is so serious in El Salvador that there have been lines that have become very blurry and an abuse of power, because I don't remember how many years ago it was. I want to say 6 to 8 years ago. A woman in El Salvador named Teodora, she, I think, was out in public, basically started feeling severe cramps in her stomach and looked down. She was bleeding, she was miscarrying, and she passed out. When she woke up, oh, I thought I was getting a FaceTime call. I'm not, that was an export. When she woke up, she was in a hospital and she was handcuffed to the bed. And a police officer told her, you murdered your baby, you're going to pay for this. Basically, for having a miscarriage, she was sentenced to prison for, I think it's like assisted manslaughter or something like that, when according to everything I can find, that is not what happened. It was a straight miscarriage and she had a stillbirth, and she was thrown in prison, sentenced to 30 years. And to my knowledge, she's already served somewhere in the ballpark of 6 to 8 years. So it's horrific knowing that if this is true, there's someone sitting in prison right now for something that she had no control over, something that still haunts her, I would imagine, just the actual act of losing a baby. And the crazy part is, supposedly there are 16 other women that are currently in prison in El Salvador for the same thing. So, point being, everything I can find is that this is actually true. Amnesty International has gotten involved in this situation, and because of the pressure that has been put on the president of El Salvador, Amnesty International had a meeting with the president recently, and that's kind of what they're hoping to do with social media, is to create more traction, to create more pressure so that Amnesty International can go in and help get the laws shifted and changed so that women are not thrown in prison for miscarriage. Now, once again, I just want to say I understand, like, there is kind of a fuzzy line. Like I said, I am pro-life, but having a miscarriage has nothing to do with being pro-life, obviously. Like, I can't even get my head around how someone could be thrown in prison for that. It's so horrific. So I'm gonna have the link down below, because basically what's happened is Teodora's family has worked with Amnesty International to put out a distress signal. They hijacked a dead radio frequency in Norway, and they're streaming a distress signal 24 hours a day around the world and through the internet. So if you click the link below, you can hear the distress signal. It's about a minute long, and it just repeats 24 hours a day in the hopes that people will hear their distress signal. And then there are buttons to share, and that's what they really want, is for people to share so that they can get traction, so that pressure can be put on the government, so that these women don't have to sit in prison for something that they didn't do, that they didn't have control over. I can't even imagine. I have so many friends that have had miscarriages, and just the miscarriage was punishment enough, and they were devastated. So I feel for these women, and if you do too, like I said, all the links will be down below. It's super easy. Like, all you have to do is share, and that can actually make a difference, because the government can feel that pressure and take meetings and consider changing. It's something they've already seen start to happen with the government just from handwritten letters. Sorry that my freaking computer keeps going off. I gotta reply to these texts, but I just wanted to tell you guys that really quick. All of that information will be down below. And yeah, back to my Perrier. And then I'm doing this podcast interview in, I think 12 minutes, 13 minutes. So, oh, and my video just got done exporting. I did a healthy junk food video where I shared all of my favorite healthy junk food snacks, and that's actually gonna be up today. So when you see that, if you haven't seen that video yet, you can go check that out because I just talked about all of my current, favorite healthy junk food. So, okay. So I'm kind of bummed I meant to vlog. Oh, that's probably why I forgot. Duh, I was gonna vlog. I just got done with this podcast interview. And I set it up right there because I thought it was gonna be like a video because it was on Skype, but it was just audio. So I did not even like have to be made up, although I'm glad I got dressed because now my makeup's like pretty much done for this Christmas party tonight that we're going to, that I'm really excited about. Hopefully I'll be able to vlog there. But yeah, finished the podcast. It should be up in January if any of you wanna hear it. We talked about just the business of YouTube, just being a YouTuber, all that kind of stuff. And I pride myself with being pretty dang transparent. So I think it's interesting, and if you're into that kind of stuff, I'll let you guys know in January when it's up. So who votes that I should get around to opening up all my packages?
Oh my gosh.
I should?
No.
Should I just leave them? Should we just see how many packages can pile up over the next few weeks?
Dude, the recycling only comes once a month here, so.
The struggle.
So if it
Do you know what this is? Yeah.
No, it's cool because, oh cool, listen to me.
It's cool.
There's a recycling center down here, so now that I own a truck, I just pile it all into the truck and then drive it down and throw it in the baler and hit the button, and then I get to see all of the boxes just
Oh, that is kind of cool. Bring me next time. I didn't know that was a thing. It's going down. We're yelling timber. You better move. You better dance.
Speaking of you better move, this is a narrow street, and my truck is like 1.5 feet wider than a normal car, and so
pretty big.
I did like a 5-point turn to turn around to parallel park in this spot, and this guy came down the street in a minivan, and I'm like all the way over. And
excuse me, LaCroix burps.
Move to the side of the road to get around me, so we were just at a standstill. It was a standoff.
I think he was mad because he thought he couldn't make it, because that's what I thought too. I was like, Dan, how are you both gonna make it through here? So autofocus on.
Not enough room, but he had to get off the road just like everybody else to, like, you know, make room. To make room,
and he just didn't want to move.
I had nowhere to go.
Well, that was our exciting.
He was grumbling though. It was really funny.
He was not happy. So, okay, wait, hold on. I need to explain where we are. Basically, do you guys remember when we went to go see It's a Wonderful Life at Franklin Theater? If you didn't see that one, go watch that vlog. It's called, like, I had to call 911 because I did have to call 911 that night. Anyways, I can't really tell you too many of the details I was actually about to tell you, so let me back up. But basically, a friend of my cousin's that came that night, he's having a Christmas party tonight, so that's where we're going. He's the only person we're gonna know there, and it looks like the house is packed. There's a lot of really cute Christmas lights on the street, by the way, so when we're driving out, I'll show you. But it's freezing. I think I saw they had a bonfire going outside. I'm like, if this is like a majorly outdoor party, I'm gonna freeze to death. Okay, I gotta go. It's really cold. Fancy. I'm freezing. Multiple bonfires going on outside. So we're at this party, obviously. I don't know why I gave that introduction. So we're at this party, and we're about to go in the living room to sing carols. This is so cute. They gave us all lyrics to sing along. Although I didn't tell you I awkwardly, he said, oh, I was supposed to have a piano player, but they backed out, and I was like, I can play the piano. I don't know why I said that. It was like word vomit. It just came out, and he was all, oh, I think we're just gonna sing a cappella. And then I'm like, oh. And he said, well, do you want to help pass out the lyrics? And I reach over to pull them, and then the whole folder fell on the floor. So it was just like 2 for 2. I just felt like such a schmuck. But you know what I thought? I was like, these are Christmas songs. These have to be basic chords. And looking at it, I still want to say with confidence, I could definitely do that because this is what I've been practicing for. Showing up to a party, getting a chord sheet. It's true, honestly.
Not all Christmas carols are easy to play. I've played a Christmas show before.
You don't think that angels
No, not all of them are easy. Not all of them are hard.
Well, they're all easy for Nikki Philippi.
Have you ever had a dreamsicle?
Every song is quarter notes. Bing, bing, bing.
Tell him to stop making fun of me on my musical journey. Tell him that we all go our own speed and my music is great. Oh, I'm good, thank you. We're vlogging, but thank you though. Tell Dan to stop making fun of me. Tell him my music is fantastic and you love my quarter notes. Also, I want to point out the greenery on the greenery on their stairs. Look at how nice that is. I think that's real. I think they it is, huh? Yeah. With the twinkle lights, it's so beautiful. I love it. Their house is like.
This is, by the way, your quarter notes are excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. He glared at Dan too. I appreciate the glare. My quarter notes are great. Also, I like your fun buns. They're very cute. She's like, thanks. So that's all. We're gonna go sing now in the living room.
Currently the only room where there's not 80 people.
Yeah, that's why we're in here, because there's like 80 people per room, and it's one of those houses where it's like room after room after room after room, and you walk in and you're like, there's so many people in here.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. Remind me to show them his office on our website. Oh.
I'm only on season 2, and I was complaining about,
You gotta remind me when we're leaving, I know you're Trent, to show them his office, because my aunt is a screensaver.
Oh, the studio.
Yes, also, rub my lips again.
yeah, which I've never seen. But yeah.
Christmas kisses. We've got carols taking place out here.
Yeah. Here we go.
They clearly found a piano player that plays more than just quarter notes. I'm not better. It's fine. Ever saw it. Like Pinocchio. Started any reindeer games. With one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, hey, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you drive my sleigh tonight?
Encourage you with a river choir. Here we go.
Hey!
Come on now. Just start. Angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels singing, glory to the newborn King. You think that was wonderful? Oh yeah.
I didn't hear enough harmonies.
She said, you tell those people I don't want to ever hear. No, I'm kidding. Start over. Love you. Alright, that's my 92-year-old mother. Wasn't that sweet of me to do that? Oh, that's right.
Don, you want to be a background singer? Come on up here. Come on up here. Sing background vocals. We need a couple more. And we need for the girls. We need for the girls Blue Christmas. Who knows the song Blue Christmas?
No.
Okay, so everybody, we need the females that have the. Right? You know that part? Alright, so we need all the women to sing.
Savannah,
I'll learn it. Dan's here behind.
So bring the girls. Christmas tree. Won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me.
Like, this is creepy. I have made my way to the fire. They've got the door open. It's freezing. And my jacket's over there to the piano. Had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer, yes, all in place like Pinocchio. Wow. Yeah! It is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. That was great. Huh?
I'm chopping the string part. I like it.
You got it. You killed it like 3.5 minutes ago.
Okay, I got the intro down, man.
Alright, I don't know if I got the words. We'll see.
It's so upsetting though to hear you say, oh,